All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 727. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's also unsubscribing to Game Pass, Wombat.
Oh, I'm unsubscribing to Game Pass, Game Plus, Game Sport, Game Puss, Game Piss, and...
Game Ass.
Game Ass. Thank you.
Can't believe you forgot about Game Ass.
I know, it's late. That's all.
What subscription's
It's late,
that
it's
up?
9 o'clock. That's late? 9 o'clock is late?
9 o'clock is late. I was up early today.
Uh-huh.
I had to drive into Manhattan.
It's always fun.
I know, it's the worst.
It's not the worst.
It seems like people in the chat are complaining that they can't hear Wombat or me.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I see why. Hold on.
You gotta
I fixed
it. Did you fix it?
Yep.
Nice.
That's okay. Anyway, carry on.
You
missed nothing in the chat, by the way.
I was saying that I was up early this morning because I had to drive into Manhattan for work.
And his car
purposes.
exploded. You missed the whole story about his car exploding, but too late.
I did see a car explode on my way home.
Nice.
That
Not nice.
There was like nothing left of the car. It was pretty scary.
Was it a Tesla?
I don't know what kind of car it was because it literally had no paint on. Like the front half had no paint and no tires left, but
Not
the
what you
back.
want.
The back half of the car was still red and like normal-ish looking, but obviously I was driving on the highway. I wasn't about to stop and pull over and take a close look at it, but
That's what you're supposed to do.
I know.
Right.
I
That's why there's
decided
the
against
traffic.
it.
That's where all the traffic comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Were you not doing your part?
I'm not doing my part to continue the traffic.
How dare you?
Well,
know.
I hope that was okay for everybody.
Everyone involved, yeah, it was a little
Yeah.
scary. Not really what I was expecting to see on my drive home, but it is what it is.
Long Island.
Long Island.
This is how we do it.
It was on
We-
the Southern State Parkway.
We get our truck stuck underneath all the bridges because people can't figure out how tall their trucks are and they don't read the signs, and our cars explode.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sweet. So what's going on? Ship's got a Michigan Adventures hat. That's
Yeah,
a,
this is from last summer.
Oh.
This is when I went to Michigan's Adventure.
that's an amusement park.
It is an amusement.
Oh,
And is that a Thor t-shirt you're wearing?
That is a Thor t-shirt I'm wearing.
I thought I could see Thor.
yikes.
I went to Chicago this weekend.
How was
for a day.
Chicago?
I went to a convention center.
Right. How was the convention
fun.
center? How is is it the Chicago Convention Center?
It's McCormick Place.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you
it's a
allowed
big-
to talk about this convention? Because I am interested. If you're,
I
allowed to
don't
talk
see
about it.
why I wouldn't be.
I
I didn't
It's a
sign an
fucking
NDA or
convention.
anything. Like it's a big
Well,
convention.
Tell the people what convention you went to. That's, I think,
I
important.
went to the
Chunky
NRA,
Asses is what's called.
the NRA convention.
Be more specific.
Oh, the National Restaurant Association convention.
That's better. and how was
Hilarious.
that?
It was it was exciting. You'd walk around, you eat food, you look at the new advances in technology in the restaurant industry.
So did anything wow you? Food? Did you eat anything that wowed you? Did you see anything that wowed you?
I mean, our stuff is great. You should check out our stuff.
You didn't need to travel to Chicago to see that, though.
Yeah, you can get that right there in Long Island.
I've never seen anybody use those things.
You should start using them.
Why? Why do I need takeout food? I can just eat there.
I don't know.
Shipwreck's company makes boxes that keep your takeout food warm, and one of the premier shopping malls is wrong. That's not what
They're ambient.
What does that mean?
What does ambient mean? It means
it plays
the temperature, whatever the temperature is around you. That's what
it doesn't keep it warm. Well, if it's warm, it keeps the hot stuff hot and the cool stuff cool.
It's not a thermos.
It's like a McDLT.
Right. It's
device.
the styrofoam container.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you order your food from the restaurant and then you don't have to go to the restaurant to pick it up. You pick it up in these cubbies that are in the middle of the mall.
That's a very specific application that you're dealing with. Like if you go to Wombat's Applebee's,
okay,
or out near the Applebee's near where Wombat's at, you can if you're a delivery service provider, if you could just sign up to be a DoorDash driver or a Grubhub driver, then you could experience our product at the Applebee's in Long Island.
I can see how that could be good because the DoorDash driver doesn't have to like have any, contact with the actual restaurant. They just
correct
open a box.
You still haven't answered the question. Did you eat anything amazing while on the floor of the National Restaurant Association convention? Because I feel like that's like the whole hook is you get to eat weird ass shit while walking around.
Yeah, I mean, you just go around and there's all kinds of stuff, right? You're just eating bite-sized things of all kinds.
Like,
of things.
Is there like wallpaper and you lick it and you can taste the turkey dinner? Like,
yeah,
Willy Wonka
that's like
style?
every other booth.
Yeah.
I did get I didn't realize that I had wandered into the plant-based arena.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, I'll have some ice cream, sure. And no, you don't want that. You don't want the plant-based ice cream.
I like the sunflower butter ice cream that what is it? Ben and Jerry's makes. The non-dairy sunflower-based ice cream is really good.
I'll take your word for it. I mean,
you can.
I get the benefits. Like if you have like a dairy allergy,
it's much better for my stomach. Yes,
right.
I have that.
Right. Too. Like if you have that, but I don't have that going on currently. So I'd rather stick with the ice cream. So I went
think you'd be pleasantly surprised. I do. I mean,
I'd be pleasantly surprised that I have a
allergy. that you would like that. I think you would like it more than you think.
More than regular ice cream?
Honestly, if you didn't know, you may not know.
What? That's not.
If I gave you a bite of this and said try this ice cream and didn't tell you it was sunflower based, you wouldn't be like, "What is that? Sunflowers?" You wouldn't know.
I think I would know.
You wouldn't know.
I think I would know. I was like, I think I would know that it doesn't taste like ice cream, but maybe not. I eat a lot of that fake ice cream.
I was gonna say there's like certain brands, yes, but I'm saying the Ben and Jerry's specifically is hard to tell the difference.
There were a lot of robots this year at the NRA. Was
Rosie there from the Jetsons?
Like robots that make French fries and stuff, right?
Well, that and serving robots, like Rocky robots, Rocky 4 robots.
Right.
Nice.
They were using those in China. I saw at restaurants. They bring out they look like little R2D2s, right? On Jabba's boat, bringing out the food and drinks.
A little bit. Some of them just look like you put a shelf on top of a Roomba.
right. That's all Roomba.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your food would be delivered on the floor. I don't think people are looking to get their food delivered like 6 inches off the floor. That doesn't sound very appetizing.
You don't know.
You don't know until you try.
Right. So no, it's a big show. It's fun. You should go sometime, Mob. Well, it's not open to public. It's like E3.
I would say if you could get me in, you and I could go together. That would be a good time. I bet it's more fun than E3.
It would be fun for you because you don't have to ask anybody for anything. You just walk up and look at them, and then they hand you their wares.
Samples. I'm like on board for this. I think it would
those people actually want your hands coming at their food plates. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Anything else?
I think that's it. I don't know. Did anything happen to you in the last whatever it's been since we did a show last 6 days, 7 days?
I won a trophy.
That's right. I saw that.
It's right here. I keep it with me at all times just in case people need to see it. So
that's the second place trophy, and that's about 2 feet tall?
Yeah.
How big was the first place trophy?
Exactly the same size.
Oh, well, then all you need is a different plate on that thing, and you're good.
It's a different color. It's black instead of red.
Oh.
But the reality is nobody knows that red means second place.
I like the little ping pong man on top.
Yeah, I don't know what shot that is, but
is he actually bald like you, or is he
I think it's a woman. I don't know.
Oh.
It's hard to tell. I think it's they're non-binary. So anyway, Yeah, it was the first tournament I played in like 3 years, and I won a trophy. And I was thinking, there's not many opportunities for like adults to win trophies, really. The opportunities don't come along that often when you're 50 almost. So
the ping pong ambassador should really spread the word on that. That might
Who's the ping pong? Oh, Adam Bobrow?
Anybody who plays ping pong, I believe, is a ping pong ambassador.
I'll tell you that Matthias Falk, who's a top 20 in the world, liked my tweet when I tweeted out the picture.
I thought you were gonna say he is not an ambassador.
he's an ambassador.
Just a gatekeeper, a ping pong gatekeeper.
That's not even the most famous person to respond to you on Twitter in the last 4 days.
No, and no one in ping pong is famous. I'm more famous than the people in ping pong. Like, I have more followers than these top players.
That's where they respond to you.
I have no idea what I mean. I think my theory is that they might like video games and maybe trying to brush up on their English, because like this guy's from Sweden.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're talking about shit. What's that guy's name?
Simu Liu.
Yeah. He had a book that came out, and I asked him if it was appropriate for Thai,
and he said yes.
Yes, he DM'd me. He replied to me in public and DM'd me in private to
That's
let me know.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then I bought his book because I felt like
money.
Then I gave him money. It worked. The plan worked. Well, Ty said he was interested in it.
Did you say I loved you on Kim's Convenience?
I watched that show, some of that.
It's a good show.
I watched a few episodes.
I
didn't know he was in it.
Yeah, he was the son.
The bully? I don't know.
The son.
Oh.
Did you bring up the CGI dragon at all?
No. I think he's just trying to sell books, and I let him know that it worked, that I bought the book, and so he could move on to the next asshole.
Book worked, but the dragon, no.
Right. Great fight scene on the subway. CGI dragon added too much length to the film. Getting a little sleepy by then. Anyway, so they're gonna have this tournament every month, like right here. And
why don't you have that like constantly in the shot?
Oh, the trophy?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Why can't we see it?
Here?
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like you need to be displaying that. Don't put it somewhere where it's gonna fall over.
Yeah, you don't want to break the person on top.
It's fragile and hollow. It'll still break.
I know. That's why I said don't prop it up on the back of your couch like you were trying to do there.
The worst part is, like, I was very close to winning first place because the guy that I played in the finals, who is a high school student, and I beat him in the first round. It's a round robin first, and then like if you make it through that, it's single elimination. But by the time I got to the finals, I was so tired, I forgot how I beat him the first time. I figured out like what his weakness was, but
it's real easy. You just aim for the glowing spot.
There was no glowing spot. And I forgot that I was supposed to have a strategy. You know what? I was so excited that I was going to win a trophy no matter what, that I was like, fuck it. Like if I just, lose quickly, I can go home and take a shower. But I went through 3 t-shirts and 2 pairs of underwear and 2 shorts. Because it was sweat. And I didn't like have an accident. It gets sweaty. Because I played like 14 matches. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
There's a lot.
And I lost a lot of them too.
Are you going to enter the next tournament too?
Yeah, I want to get all these fucking trophies. Wow. I just fill up the whole fireplace with trophies. But
no, I get it. My father plays golf and has been probably since he was in his 40s is when he actually really started playing in tournaments.
Right.
And he has so many trophies like that one.
That's your other opportunity as like a
it's
50-year-old is golf.
Well, I solved it. It's golf. Because I'm like, oh yeah, my father has like 1,000 golf trophies.
It used to be bowling back in like the 80s and 70s.
Do you not win bowling trophies anymore?
I don't know how many tournaments are there? Is it like it used to be really popular? Like everybody's parents were going bowling.
Every now and again, I get something in the mail because there's like 4 bowling places in my vicinity where it's like, join a bowling league.
No. Trophies are much smaller.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was excited to bring home the hardware. And yeah. I was more excited that I'm just getting better. That's the more important thing. You don't need like the trophy or to win.
Are you sure?
It's the line, as long as the line goes up, right? Like you get a rating at these tournaments. So you know if you're getting better, even if you're not winning trophies. Like, so my rating's going to go up, and there we go.
Refresh.
What, the rating?
Yeah, I just picture you on that website, just refreshing until your rating goes through.
It hasn't gone through yet. I refreshed so many times.
I know.
So many times. I found out today that there was a big tournament recently, and they're still working through those numbers. This is not like a huge, a huge, well-run organization that runs this thing. It's like there's only 10,000 people in America that are members of USA Table Tennis. They celebrated
they all have
that.
Access to the Google Drive spreadsheet that gets updated.
It's not. That's not how it works. Someone actually has to, I don't even know how it works. I'm sure it's horrible. Anyway, how about some show feedback? I think it's time for show feedback.
Okay. I'll do this one first. Bongo McNulty said, because when we were talking about the Dead by Daylight dating simulation game coming out, his comment was, I'd die happy if they called it Dead by Date Night. And that is a pretty funny name for that game, and they should steal it from him.
Have they announced the name yet?
No, not that I'm aware of. Okay. Just that they were making a Dead by Daylight dating sim.
Right.
So that's a funny name, and they should roll with it.
All right.
Yep.
You have to pay him though, then.
Yeah. And Liquid Snape had to say, as someone with NF, it's always nice to hear your podcast support NF awareness and more. Keep up the great podcast. A longtime fan. Cheapy, that's all you.
Well, we can get to that later, but I will tease everybody and say that we did reach our goal of raising $1,000 for CTF. So that is really, really cool. Thank you for that. We'll talk about that a little later. Let's do a little watch this, jerks.
I've watched so much crap over the weekend.
Crap or quality content?
I think it may be it depends on who you ask. Some of it was high quality. All of it was AAA stuff. How good it was is all debatable. I watched the new Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers film on Disney Plus, starring John Mulaney and Andy Samberg.
That's on Disney Plus?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
Nobody told me that. I thought you assholes went to the theater.
No.
Oh, man. I was like, look at these assholes going to see the fucking Chip and Dale movie.
No, we had a family movie night in the house. We all sat on the couch and ate candy and watched a movie. It was awesome. Even the dog.
Was the movie awesome or was the candy awesome?
The movie is cute. It's not. I wanted it to be funnier at points. Like I wanted there to be just like 3 more laugh out loud moments. What probably would have pushed it over the edge. I don't think it had enough of those. 3. Like 3. That
just
was
3.
my count.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 would be better though.
One for the L, one for the O, and one for the other L.
Exactly. But it's cute. With the amount of IP and remember this crap and Easter eggs that they stick into that.
Holy cow.
Into an hour and 40 minutes is pretty impressive. Like every 3 seconds is that? Wait a minute. How did they get? And you just keep watching for that.
The answer is always money.
Are the droogs in it? Like gang raping somebody?
They might have been. You'd have to pause sometimes.
Too many.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say, unlike some other movies that had similar cameos recently, these all made sense. In Chip and Dale. I mean, I don't think there was anyone in there who was like, why is that person in there? More like how is that person in there? For some.
Sure.
For some of the weird ones, because they went outside of Disney to get some cameo appearances in there.
My proudest moment was my kids knowing all of the references that were in there for 40-year-old men. Like they instantly were able to pick up stuff even before the characters were fully on screen. Just parts of their bodies.
This smells like Sonic.
No, that would be one of the cameos. Yes.
That one, I don't know. Is that a spoiler? Like
it was on Twitter.
So
it was on Twitter before the movie even came out.
That cameo, but it's surprising that it's not just like one scene. Like that, it's a recurring character in the movie.
Is, for those who don't know, he's talking about Ugly Sonic, who's voiced by Tim Robinson, which is like all of that. You say that all out loud. They in the movie is Ugly Sonic playing Ugly Sonic, voiced by Tim Robinson.
Home run.
And that all sounds like it sounds like a home run. And it kind of is. I'm not saying it isn't.
Yeah. What are you saying?
They did a good job there with that.
Good. Maybe I'll watch it.
It's very. I mean it's very Roger Rabbit as well.
It's not as good as Roger Rabbit.
Well, it's no. Yeah, that's. I mean, I think that goes unsaid. Like Roger Rabbit is pretty fantastic, but it hits a lot of the same beats. It's like Roger Rabbit and Ready Player One put together.
Mm-hmm. And it's got Chip and Dale in it. Speaking of things that are just something you've already seen before, but you get to see it again, I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife. Have you seen that yet, Chip?
I have not watched this movie yet.
Oh my goodness. I don't want to spoil it because I know you're going to watch it, but I wanted to like this movie so much more than I did.
How many LOLs was it short?
I mean, it has 0. So,
but what's the scale? Like, what's the?
I'm saying that
Chip and Dale needed 3 more.
Chip and Dale needed 3 more to make it top tier, like because it was cute enough that I could watch it with my kids, and if it made me laugh a few times, I'd watch it again.
All right, so this is a sliding scale that has other factors involved.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, it's not just a hard and fast rule. I need to laugh 3 times and therefore your movie's great. No, that's not how it works.
It's 5 times.
This is a movie specific theorem. But Ghostbusters Afterlife has no laughs in it. So
the only thing I know about this movie is that Red Letter Media, apparently before the movie came out, they were just making fun of it, and they try to predict.
And they were right.
And they were right. And that happens a lot. Like they're on target a lot. Like with those shitty movies, like the new Star Wars movies and things like that. It is
such a weird thought. This whole movie. I mean, I don't know how much you know about it or how much you want to know about it, because I know like I said, I know you're going to see it, so I don't want to even start with the basic plot points. But
Slimer has legs now.
Oh no.
Yep.
No.
And he wears pants.
Yeah, Slimer's in the whole movie. He's the main character. And he says,
he's the head of the Ghostbusters.
Where are my hot dogs?
He doesn't speak English.
It does. He goes, where are my hot dogs?
That would be bad. That'd be really bad if he's.
And he has big teeth now. I mean, that's all he does. He walks around.
No, he always had big teeth though.
And he walks into the room and he goes right. He looks at the camera when he says it too.
Right. So it's bad. The movie's bad. The point is the movie's bad and we shouldn't watch it, right?
The movie's bad. You shouldn't watch it.
Okay,
I don't know why they made it.
Right.
The focus on children.
I know why they made it, but why are they? This is still a PG-13, right?
I believe so.
Why are they not making a PG Ghostbusters? Like kids know, this is one of those weird franchises, like unlike RoboCop, where there's a certain age that people know it, but everybody knows Ghostbusters. Like all the kids know Ghostbusters, but they have no context whatsoever for why they know this franchise. It's like, okay, we've got our shirts, like we sing the song every Halloween, but like, why do I know this franchise?
Right.
They don't know.
Yeah, it'd probably be more successful if they made it more family friendly. It doesn't need it never really needs big scares.
It's not family friendly. There's nothing in it that's like the reason why I think it's PG-13 is just scary. There's nothing that I think would keep a child interested in this movie. That's really
that's how they rate it now. The kids are going to be bored out of their minds.
Right. It's attention.
It's like adult situations, I guess, is what it would be.
Right.
Which is code for not sex, not nudity, just boring.
Right. Somebody talking about alcoholism or something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
boring.
We've got so many debts to pay. Let's discuss this over dinner.
Right.
That happens in the movie.
Oh, more wine? Another glass?
You've seen this movie before.
They had to sell the boat.
All that's missing is like someone coughing into a napkin and there's blood on it. Right. And then it would have the trifecta of, this is an adult situation that they're in.
I'm going to skip this one. What about the George Carlin doc? Is that any good?
I watched all 4 hours of it.
It's 2 parts? Or?
2 parts. It's 2 2-hour documentaries. And it goes in chronological order from the beginning to the end. But
congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Oh, I was so thrilled.
Yeah.
You know what? Because it would have pissed me off if they were like, and what's really funny though is George Carlin aged fast. And you don't realize it until you start watching the documentary. And there's at one point where he's talking about how he had to get heart surgery. And he looks like he's like I had to guess how old he was in that situation. I thought he was like 55 years old, maybe a little older. Right. And he goes, yeah, to have open heart surgery at 45 was not something I was expecting.
Right.
And I'm like, holy shit. What happened?
I guess all that yelling on the stage was stressful.
I mean, that and the heroin and the cocaine.
Oh,
the cocaine will do it. It's the cocaine. That's what it was. He was a big cocaine addict, and cocaine was his big problem for his entire life. I mean, it's basically what killed him.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, watch out for cocaine.
Sounds too depressing, even for me. I feel like.
I mean, what's
the ratio of fun to depression on this one?
The first half is more fun.
Right.
The second half is a little more depressing.
More dying.
Yeah. I saw George Carlin live twice. The first time I saw him live was what was it? Like, it was that mid-90s, What Am I Doing in New Jersey, early 90s stuff. And that was amazing. The second show I saw him was the year his wife died. And it was the most depressing stand-up show I've ever seen in my entire life.
Interesting.
And they talk about that. I'm like, maybe it was just me, like, who thought it was depressing. No, they talk about it in the documentary, that his post-wife dying stand-up, where he talks about basically how he hates the human race and wanted every other human to die. And I'm like, wow, that's some pretty heavy comedy. But obviously in between that, in his in-between phases, there's the brilliance of what was George Carlin, a lot of the stuff that still holds up, and how he changed comedy forever, and all that stuff. It's worth checking out. It's worth your time.
YouTube is always spinning
that on?
That's on HBO Max.
YouTube is always showing me his clips.
Yeah. Did you ever watch? There's the Zen of Gary Shandling. That's the other Judd Apatow stand-up documentary.
No, that sounds depressing too.
It is, but it's better. It's a better documentary.
I want to appreciate the fun times that these guys brought into our world. Not their sad lives that brought about those fun lives. I've heard about, like, Gary Shandling's upbringing was pretty sad.
It was really horrible. He had a younger brother who was sick and died, and it was his best friend. And when his brother died, he just was never the same again. And
they didn't really even tell him that his brother died. They were just like, he was gone, and then no one ever talked about it. Like, they didn't, they didn't have to go to a funeral, or the kid didn't go to the funeral. Gary didn't go to the funeral, and they never mentioned it, basically. And that's how you get to be a good comedian. Basically, something fucked up. I mean, a lot of these comedians, a lot of them go on Stern and they talk about their childhood and their upbringing, and not everyone, but definitely like 80 to 90% have something either incredibly fucked up or pretty fucked up. Even Howard.
Mm-hmm.
What else are we watching?
I watched Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. That was on Star 64.
Peter Weller?
Yeah, your favorite.
Well, I don't think I watched that movie, actually.
Wait, you've never seen it?
I like RoboCop, not necessarily Peter Weller.
I thought you were a big Peter Weller guy. It has everybody.
Is in it. Yeah, he's just like a cowboy.
Yeah. New Jersey is his name.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's weird.
It's,
that you've never seen
Ellen
this.
Barkin, right? That's who's in it. That's is the girl. It's Ellen Barkin.
Yeah, Penny Pretty is her name.
This was on HBO, I think, a lot back in the day, but I never quite caught it from the beginning or could figure out what was going on. It's an interesting
movie because everybody has this is in the same movie and in the same tone, except for John Lithgow,
right?
Who for some reason they just said I don't know, do your own thing here. So he has this weird Italian accent, and it's just totally over the top the whole time. It's a satire type adventure type thing, right? It never knows quite what it is, but it gets highlighted anytime John Lithgow is on the screen of okay, well, nobody told him to tone it down or get in the same range as all the other actors. It's right. Really strange. But it has its moments. I appreciate that it was made. I would say that.
Is it a science fiction? Right?
Yes.
Like it's like spaceships and shit, right?
So Buckaroo Banzai. So he is
Ice Pirates?
A doctor.
No. No, it's not like Ice Pirates.
No.
It's
He's a Doctor Strange level surgeon, right? So he's like a master surgeon. He also is the lead singer for a very famous rock band. And he also is a test car driver that has a group of like his inner circle is all of these like scientists and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're also in the band.
They're also in the band, yes.
And they also drive cars.
And he has this car that if he has this little, I don't know, doodad, I forget what it's called, but it lets him if everything aligns, he can get to the 8th dimension, and that's where all the aliens that have invaded the world are trapped in our world. And so there's other aliens that are out in the world, like trying to free the bad ones that are trapped inside this 8th dimension that is within the molecules like of matter. That's where it's living at.
Yes, go on. And so why does he want to go there? And what does that have to do with his car?
Well, that's how he gets there, right? Like his car, it gets up to speed and
You're
gets there.
asking the right question.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And he wants to go there to fight the aliens to make sure they don't free the other aliens?
That's a little bit nebulous. I can't remember exact plot points of why he wants to do this.
Right.
But he knows that it's there and he has to do it. And then once he's there, then he sees the aliens not as the humans that they are. So you don't see I forgot his name. The Doc Brown actor. Who was that?
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, you don't see Christopher Lloyd as Christopher Lloyd the human anymore. You get him in this pod person suit.
That's
being
weird.
Christopher Lloyd in this movie.
I'll wait for the 4K release.
You can still see it's Christopher Lloyd in the costume though, because he's walking around like Christopher Lloyd.
They made him do it.
Yeah. So they made everybody get in the costumes.
Right. Peter Weller is good at getting in costumes.
He doesn't really have one. He's just incredibly good looking guy who's great at everything. It's
a weird
got
movie.
Some stuff going on.
Right. Yeah.
And
I think
that's the finest movie of 1986. Is that when that movie came out?
People in the chat are like, they never understood that movie as a kid. It was bad. They thumbs down, basically.
I don't know. I'm reading it all. It's like they're gonna go watch it again. Is how I see it.
Probably.
Gonna just brush up on it.
You know what else is really good?
What?
Prehistoric Planet on Apple Plus.
What is that?
That is a Sir David Attenborough documentary about dinosaurs.
How do they display the dinosaurs?
Did you ever see Walking with Dinosaurs?
They look like Jurassic Park dinosaurs,
but better. They did a really good job. The dinosaurs look like they're there in the environment. They spent a lot of money and a lot of time making.
You mean they spared no expense?
They spared no expense. Exactly.
That's on, what is that? Apple Plus?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like dinosaurs.
They're 40 minutes an episode. They're releasing them one at a time this week. So I think by the end of this week, they'll all be out. I've watched the first, what's today? Wednesday. I watched the first 3.
What's one interesting thing that you learned?
I learned that Tyrannosaurus Rexes can swim.
Oh, that's spoiled in the trailer.
You asked me something. I did not know that. And I watched velociraptors like scale a mountain in order to eat a pterodactyl. And that was kind of cool.
Oh, that sounds good. I want to see that.
Yeah. So, and I watched a baby T-Rex get eaten by a giant fish monster.
I do want to watch that.
Yeah.
All right, check that out.
Oh yeah. You get to see dinosaurs get eaten. You get to see dinosaurs walking around. You get to see big dinosaurs, little dinosaurs.
You see any dino fucking or what?
Yeah, you do. You
yes.
do.
Which ones? Which ones? Fuckosaurus?
You get to see Fuckosaurus Rex. Yeah, you get to see that. Yep. And a Schlongosaurus.
Right.
And no, T-Rexes. You get to see
T-Rex. Wow.
Yeah. And wait, there was something. Oh.
Now, how do they do it? Like missionary or what? They like look into each other's eyes?
No.
With the little arms like sticking up, like, oh.
Hand job.
Hand job. Gross.
Exactly. And I saw the prehistoric frog is really cool too.
Okay, I'll check it out. Mrs. Chibi and I have been watching Bling Empire season 2 on Netflix. That's the rich Asian, the crazy rich Asians reality show, basically.
It sounds like quality television.
It's not, and I cannot understand why Mrs. Chibi likes it, because usually she's a little more critical, and she maybe not want to watch this, but for whatever reason, maybe because she just wants to shut her brain off. Her mouth is still like fucked up. I think maybe it's like easy watching, but I gotta say it's pretty entertaining. And for some reason, like, this show is shot in beautiful 4K. Like, everything looks amazing. Like the shooting over LA, beautiful sunrises, sunsets, everything. But like these like really artistic shows on HBO Max are not in 4K. I don't really understand how that works. But if you like reality shows with big fake breasts, big fake Asian breasts, I'm going to say Bling Empire.
Oh, you know what I forgot to add on, because I know you like this show?
And fuck Kane. Fuck Kane. He's an asshole.
Okay. My wife started watching The Great. The
Great. Oh, yeah. We stopped watching that for some reason. But it's good. It's very good.
We finished season 1 over the weekend.
Oh, wow.
She did. I was like in and out.
Did you watch? You didn't really watch it?
I watched like all in, I would say maybe an hour. But I liked what I saw.
The whole one episode is an hour.
It's a good show.
you watched that whole season in an hour. That's not right.
Mm-hmm.
The show's really funny. That show's hilarious. I don't know why we stopped watching.
That show
it's very adult too. It is messed up.
It is a messed up show. I thought it was more like comedic, and it's not really like it's not a straight in your face comedy.
Right.
There's some laughs to be had, but it's definitely more dramatic than I thought.
It's a dramatic, dark comedy. But it's not for kids.
No, it is not. I did see the beard scene when he forced the guy to shave the other guy's beard.
Yeah.
That was pretty messed up.
There's a lot of messed up shit in that. It's good. The Great is good.
Yeah, what's his name? Holt is really good. What's his first name? The guy who plays the Emperor, Peter.
Oh,
he's really good.
Yeah, the guy. He was from X-Men.
Yes, the guy from X-Men. Mm-hmm.
So he was Cyclops? No.
Beast.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He's excellent. He's excellent as the bad guy.
Some X-Man I don't like. One of those two.
Mm-hmm.
Let's remind everybody that. Oh wait, first before we do that, Christian writes in. And he wants another comic recommendation from Wombat because he really enjoyed Thor.
I'm glad that I got a lot of people who read the Thor books and really liked them. I will recommend that again. Thor God of Thunder issues 1 through 12, because that trailer came out again. You want to know who Gore the God Butcher is?
It's Christian Bale. That's who it is.
Exactly. But you'll know what is this guy all about before you do that. So going along the lines of what is this all about before I see it, Ms. Marvel comes out next week. If you want to know about Ms. Marvel, I highly recommend G. Willow Wilson's first run of Ms. Marvel comics. Probably want to read. It's probably also like just if you read like the first 12 issues or less, you'll probably get a sense of what the show's about, because that trailer that they showed takes a lot out from the first 3 issues of that comic. So
when you say Ms. Marvel comes out next week.
Yes, on Disney Plus.
It's a series on Disney Plus. You're not Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel. 2 different characters.
Miss Marvel is the Indian girl.
She's from the Marvel's The Avengers, the video game.
Right. Yes. Okay. That's why I didn't know that it was coming
her
out.
TV show comes out next week.
Got it.
And I know that's not what she's from, listeners. That was just my frame of reference for Cheapy.
Yeah, and the comic books that she's from are excellent comic books. I know that Chip has read them as well.
I have read them,
and I highly recommend that. And if you want something that's a little weirder, there's always the Immortal Hulk, which is based on nothing that will probably ever come out. But I highly recommend that. The entire run of the Immortal Hulk is now on Marvel Unlimited, and the new rebooted Hulk, which takes place after the Immortal Hulk, is almost weirder than that. And if you haven't read that, Ship, I'm looking at you. If you haven't read the new Donny Cates Hulk stuff, it's bananas because the Hulk is now a giant robot and his brain has a tiny Bruce Banner in it. That's the pilot of the Hulk robot. But the way the Hulk robot works is that it has an engine and the engine is the Hulk, but it only runs if the Hulk is angry. So Bruce Banner keeps pulling levers to make the Hulk angry so the Hulk bot can walk around. Yeah, it's weird. Are
you trying to get me to read this? Because this does not sound like what I want to read.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like you'll read it and go, what is going on here? And at one point, Cyclops' head gets blown off into a million pieces.
That sounds good.
And they show that because you just brought that up.
Yeah, nobody likes Cyclops.
The big bloody mess of Cyclops' head getting.
It's like porn.
Yeah. Are you watching the was it the Superior 4, I think it's called? Are you reading that, Chip?
No.
The Dr. Octopus. Remember when Dr. Octopus took over Spider-Man's body?
I do.
Yes, I know you're familiar with that. That's why I bring it up. Well, apparently there are multiverse Dr. Octopuses that took over bodies of other superheroes.
Okay.
Like Wolverine, Hulk, and Ghost Rider. And our Dr. Octopus found those other Dr. Octopuses to form I don't know if they're a super team or an evil team or a team of some sort.
All right, I'll check this one out.
And in the new issue, they fought.
The other one sounded a little bit.
Yeah, I was just reading them fight the Dr. Octopus, Doctor Strange, which was sort of weird in itself. The Sorcerer Supreme or whatever. Octopus.
I'll check that one out. Check that one out. It's weird.
There you go. Several recommendations.
Do you know who wrote it?
I don't know who wrote it offhand. I read it today because it just came out on Unlimited this week. And I'm like, this seems weird. I'll check it out. And there it is. Wolverine with Dr. Octopus's brain in his body.
Bub.
Mm-hmm. He's got adamantium arms that come out of his back.
Adamantium penis is better.
He might have
Zach Thompson wrote it.
There you go.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's remind everybody that May is Make NF Visible Month. We are raising money and awareness for Children's Tumor Foundation, and we have raised over $1,000, which was our goal. Neurofibromatosis, or NF, is an underrecognized genetic disorder that can cause tumors to grow on nerves through the body. NF occurs in 1 in 3,000 people and affects millions of people worldwide. NF can lead to blindness, abnormalities, cancer, deafness, disfigurement, learning disabilities, and disabling pain. So we have this raffle that's going on, and it's going to go to the end of the month. For every $5 that you donate, you'll get one raffle entry, and you can win a $100 gift card to the retailer of your choice, a copy of Spider-Man for the PS5, and also we've just got a copy of Super Meat Boy for the PC from 311 Phillies. So several gifts. Maybe there'll be more by the time that we do the draw at the end of the month. Go to cag.vg/CTF and you can donate straight away from there. cag.vg/CTF. And you can go to ctf.org for more information on NF. How about some new releases?
I don't see any.
Oh, all right.
I mean, the list is there.
Right. What about Blow and Fly? That sounds good.
Yeah. What about Cotton Fantasy?
I know what that is. That's an actual game.
What's that?
Cotton Fantasy is the latest. It's a new entry in the Cotton franchise, which is Cotton is a.
I know what cotton is.
Yeah, it's a breathable fabric.
Yes.
Bold move, Cotton.
Yes, it's what they keep saying. Anytime you do something good in this game,
right?
No, Cotton is a side-scrolling shmup where you play little anime girl on like a flying carpet type of thing. Maybe she's a witch. I forget, but they are fun games. They were back in the 16-bit era is when they originally came out. So this is a new entry in that franchise. Yeah, she's a witch. She flies around a broomstick and she shoots things that come at her and dodges things that come at her. I don't know. I don't know if this new version is really good or not, but it definitely looks like something I should check out.
Okay, then. I know there are at least 2 games that are coming out this week that are worth time, but they're just not on this list because I guess it's not.
They're secret games that only you know about?
No, like Sniper Elite 5 came out tonight at 8 p.m.
That's probably on next week's list.
I played about 20 minutes of it because I wanted to see how it looked, and I had pre-installed it. And also Pac-Man.
That's not on Game Pass, is it?
It is.
Sniper Elite is?
Sniper
Elite 5 is on Game Pass. You could play it.
What about the Pac-Man game?
Pac-Man's also gonna be on Game Pass. You could play it on Friday.
Why are you singing about it?
Because I like to sing because I have a great voice.
Oh, it's not because you like Game Pass?
And I like Game Pass.
Right.
And I like Game Ass.
we went over that
I know.
earlier. All right. Any other new releases?
I don't think so.
Isn't Floppy Nights? That's on Game Pass as well. What is Floppy Nights? I believe that's on
That's when you have too much whiskey.
Oh, you know what's funny? I played some Floppy Night because I wanted to check that out. It's because I like those card battlers and I like to check those out. This one was a little slow to get going, and honestly, I don't think I love the art style or the creatures in it enough to stick with it. Other people, it may be what they're looking for, but it just didn't grab me.
That's too bad. What else? Anything? I think it's a lot of weird Egg Runner on the Switch. That sounds good. Like if you're gonna go through all the trouble of making a video game, right? Like it's not easy to make a video game, right? Like a lot of money, time, energy. You're gonna go through all through that shit just to make like Egg Runner? I feel like
I'll look it up.
Runny Eggs.
My goodness.
That would be a better name.
They are literally like half hatched eggs that have human legs on the bottom of them.
Like that's somebody's creative vision or business idea? Like what?
And it looks like Temple Run. It looks like it's a Temple Run game.
Switch has got it all.
With Angry Birds, with half-hatched Angry Birds with human legs.
This game was made by an AI, most likely. And it's probably like an AI publisher on the Switch. Just puts out like fucking random shit every week. There's nobody behind it, and they all go right through.
What about Snow Brothers or Snow Bros?
Right.
That seems like that was a thing, right? Is this a reimagining of an old thing?
I never heard of that.
Snow Bros, Nick and Tom is a classic 1990 platforming game.
Oh.
That features a gameplay similar to the beloved Bubble Bobble.
I don't know. Fuck the Switch stuff.
Sure, you're not thinking of Ice Climbers? That was a thing.
Ship knows Ice Climbers. Come
those
on.
Were Ice Climbers.
Those are Snow
That didn't
Bros.
have Nick and Tom.
Those are the original Snow Bros.
Right. That game, yeah. Anyway,
I don't need knockoff Snow Bros.
No Bros is what we need.
Exactly.
All right. What else? Nothing else, right?
Nothing else.
All right. Good.
We should talk about our sponsor.
Excellent.
All right. Well, this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Life can be overwhelming and many people are burned out without even knowing it. Symptoms can include lack of motivation, feeling helpless or trapped, detachment, fatigue, and more. I know I'm working very hard lately and it's exhausting, but we associate burnout with work, but that's not the only cause. Any of our roles in life could lead us to feel burned out, and BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what's causing stress in your life. Which is great. Therapy is very important. Therapy works. I know many people that are in therapy regularly. I can't recommend it enough. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and CAGcast listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/CAGcast. That's BETTERHELP.com/CAGcast. That's it, corn boy.
I'm a corn.
I see that.
I enjoy corn.
Do you enjoy corn? I mean, if you are a corn, I feel like you shouldn't.
I shouldn't what?
Corn. You shouldn't eat corn if you're a corn.
Oh, because it's
corn
like
for dinner.
That would make you a cornable.
Yikes.
Was that joke too corny?
I don't get it. Corn. Oh, like a
cannibal.
It's not that good.
A cornable.
All right. Where are we, Wombat?
We are up to fortnightly news.
Let's hear it. Where's the Fortnite news?
Fortnite news is there was a big leak on what might be in the next season pass, which comes out a week from Friday. A leak, bigger leak than I probably have ever seen on some of the skins that may be in the next pass. I'll spoil it for those who care. I'm sorry, but it looks like we may be getting Darth Vader in the season pass, as well as Indiana Jones in the season pass.
Good combo.
It's a good combo. You know why it's a good combo? Because the season pass is $7 or
40-year-old men.
Yeah. And to get both those skins, they would probably that'd probably be like $50 if they were to sell those separately.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm saying it's a really good value.
It's $10 and you get both those skins?
Yeah, less.
Less than $10 and you get both those skins.
Both those skins.
And more. You get more than just those two skins, right?
Yeah, and you'll get all the, there's usually 7 skins a season.
Why would they just be giving away Darth Vader?
It's crazy. He's like so valuable. Like they make toasters out of him.
That's like a $25 skin, probably, right? They could probably get away with $25 with Darth Vader.
Oh, $100 easy. Can I remortgage my house, refinance my house to get Darth Vader?
Whatever. $12 to $15 for Darth Vader. I don't know. You tell me. But they're not. They're putting him. They want people to get the pass because if you get the pass, you're gonna play for the next 3-4 months, and they want you in there because you got to get to level 100 to get Darth Vader. So they want you to play to get to level 100.
Get the pass.
Get the pass.
All right. I didn't play anymore.
What kind of gun does Darth Vader get?
All of them.
All of them. Yeah.
Same as everybody else. Nobody gets their own special gun ship. Don't you know that about Fortnite? That'd be weird if people had their own guns. But it's not a bad idea, actually. In fact, even if it's just cosmetic, like you feel like
I think I'm with you on that. I can see there, like if you let's say you were playing as RoboCop, but every time you picked up a regular handgun, it looked like the RoboCop handgun.
Even sell that to me for like 200 V-bucks.
I get the concept, and I'm on board. That's
Excellent.
What I'll say about that. Yeah.
Sell Wombat everything.
I mean,
it's not bad. It's good.
I'm in neck deep. So what do you want from me?
Darth Vader should have a lightsaber gun, right? Or maybe he has Han Solo's gun. He stole Han Solo's gun.
His pickaxe is obviously a lightsaber.
Yeah, which it won't be, which will be weird. So
what is it going to be, do you think?
What's it going to be then?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what they would have. That would be is all I know is that he, instead of like a regular back bling, he needs to have that droid.
Oh my gosh, Darth Vader's gonna wear a backpack?
No, he's gonna have that torture droid behind him, is my guess. You remember the one with the little syringe attached to him
but he's got a cape. Is he not gonna have a cape?
No, it's not attached to him. It'll be just like floating.
Floating behind him will be the torture droid.
Okay.
They could do that. So I don't know. Just saying.
Right.
That's what I think they should do.
They have capes in this game, right? It's not Darth Vader without a cape.
No, you'll have a cape. Yes. Sometimes the capes come off, sometimes they don't. But we'll see. And they'll probably have like bonus versions of Darth Vader where it'll be like gold Darth Vader.
Can you make one that like the lightsaber just goes up in his wrist? You push it out.
You know what? That would be kind of awesome, wouldn't it? And it would totally
bends at his shoulders and hips.
Kenner version. They did have the what was it the PlayStation 1 style Lara Croft skin. They did do that as one of her variants. So crazier things have happened.
They can do it. They have the technology to do whatever they want. I haven't played any more Fortnite since I got my RoboCop skin, even though I got this big soundboard in front of me now. I'm just ready to go.
Well, I mean, if you ever want to play.
I think the fun in that is going to be like just me playing with random people and not, just being in character as RoboCop. Like, isn't that...
Again, that's fine.
Don't you think?
Why aren't you doing that?
I don't know.
You should get the next season pass so you can level up to get Darth Vader.
And then I can make a Darth Vader soundboard.
You'll have a Darth Vader soundboard, Darth Vader, RoboCop, and even an Indiana Jones soundboard could be fun too.
I could, yeah.
Only lines from Rogue One.
Oh God. All the puns, the bad puns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. All right. Let's what else we got? We got in the news here.
Oh, I just thought this was interesting. It's the top 10 most played console games for this year.
Uh-huh.
It's not in order of most played. It's in order of when the games were released. This was from the NPDs.
Yes.
Matt Piscatella to be specific. But it's really interesting how few games from this, none of the top 10 games from this year that are the most played actually came out this year. They're all from 2021 or earlier. Minecraft is on the list. That game came out in 2009. Grand Theft Auto 5 from 2013. The Sims 4 from 2014. Fortnite 2017. Among Us, Animal Crossing, Call of Duty Warzone, Madden NFL 22, Call of Duty Vanguard, and NBA 2K22 are all on the list. None of them came out in 2022, but those are the most played games currently of 2022. Just sort of interesting in the sense that people have been playing the same things for a long time is part of it. Also, it's a lot of, what are the games of 2022 that people would be playing more of than these games? Other than Elden Ring, which I think was like number 11 or 12 or something on the list. So
I read Matt's thread on this, and he was talking about why AAA development is just such like a crapshoot, because you're competing against that list of games that Wombat just read out.
That has been dominant for almost like 5 to 10 years, right?
And they've got their hooks in people, right? And people have so much time, right? And everyone's got and now there are these games that exist for long periods of time, and like there's more games than the ones that are just on this list, like Apex Legends and the one that Wombat just said before. So that's what these games with $150 million budgets are competing against, and it's really hard. And the idea is like, okay, maybe it's like everything's like a moonshot, right? Like we're gonna go for it, and at least now that they have these services like Game Pass and whatever the PlayStation ones are, PlayStation Extra, right? We learned that last week. So at least there's like a safety net, somewhat of a safety net for these huge releases. But the reality is it's super difficult to get those moonshot, those outlier games that sell like 10 million copies that, or more, then the game costs like $100 million or something like that.
I mean, and it leads to the next thing on here also, where Kotaku tweeted this week about an article that's titled "After Years of Hype, the Xbox Game Pass Burnout is Here." Basically about how some people are canceling their Game Pass subscription because there aren't enough AAA games on it. But then, and then Game Pass had their funny retort where they say, tell me you limit yourself to only AAA games without telling me you limit yourself to only AAA games. But I actually think it's outside of their funny remark. It's bigger than that. It really is that chart that we just talked about. There are no AAA games, period. It's not a Game Pass problem. I don't think this is a Game Pass problem.
It's not even a problem, really. Did you read the Kotaku article?
I didn't.
Do you know what it's based on?
What?
I didn't read it either, but I'm pretty sure that this is based on, Gene Park, the Washington Post writer. Yeah. He tweeted that he was canceling his Game Pass subscription, which like is not like a huge announcement really. Like it's not like once you cancel you can't come back or like you lose everything. Like it's not like it's it's not like he's selling his house and moving to another state. But I guess maybe some other journalists too, and I guess someone at Kotaku made an article about it. And because like I follow Gene on Twitter, and he kept tweeting I can't believe like I spawned this discourse. He said I'm sorry for the discourse. Basically, I think is exactly what he wrote, because like it's like an article about nothing. Really, like of course, like you don't need to if you're not going to be playing the games for the couple months.
He knew what he was doing, though. You're going to get this discourse because of the timing of it too, because the PlayStation one's getting ready to launch here like next week.
Okay.
So
what is he doing? Tell me what he's doing. He said he knows what he's doing.
He's a journalist that's driving traffic.
To who? Right? He's not to his. To
no,
what?
He wrote something on it too. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did he?
Anyway, my point was that if you look, 5 of the top 10 most played games this year are available on Game Pass, and 2 more are free to play. So 7 of the top 10 games played in 2022, if you have Game Pass, you could be playing. So I don't know if it's. I mean, I wish there were more AAA games on Game Pass too, I guess. But the question is, what I want all of them on there. I don't know what.
But there's no one making. Where are the AAA games? It's been like a while. We know COVID. Like we all know. It's not. We all
know, and it's. But I think that's the
right.
That's the thing. It's not the. This is why Game Pass sucks.
Right. I don't think anybody was writing an article about that. I think.
Yeah, it's all right if you want to
cancel,
unsubscribe for a while. If you're not using it, unsubscribe.
Right. And then when you see something you want to play, come back. I mean, look, there's
unless
no
you're playing,
reason.
Madden, NBA, Among Us, or The Sims 4, then Game Pass is the thing for you.
Yeah, I think like what Gene is probably really saying is more like, hey, I have my own list of games where I'm sinking my time into, and maybe it's some of these games on the top 10 list, maybe it's some different games. And I guess they're not the games that are on Game Pass. It's not really like
perfect sense. Yeah. I mean, I still find a lot of value in it. There's still a lot of stuff to play on.
I played that stupid floppy game this week because it's on Game Pass. I played Sniper Elite just before we did the show because it's on Game Pass.
How is that?
Which is the next thing on here. Have you ever played Sniper Elite before?
Only at E3.
Oh, okay. Because this is the 5th one of those games. And I've played, I want to say 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good, I thought.
I love these games.
Yeah, you're like the Super Sniper Elite fan.
I'm the Super Sniper Elite fan. It is more Sniper Elite. It's the same guy. The game starts, actually, the first moment of the game is pretty cool. We have to shoot out searchlights before he could sneak onto the beach.
There's a guy?
There's a guy.
And you know that it's the same guy.
It's the same guy. And you're asking me right now, I already forgot his name. Isn't that terrible?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
You should not know the character's name from Sniper Elite.
His name is Sniper.
He's fine. He's just, the guy from Sniper Elite. And he's the sniper. And I'm walking around trying to free the hostage, and I'm stabbing people in the neck, and I freed the hostage. And that's kind of where I left off. I'm like, okay, this is a good stopping point. Because I'm sure at this point I now have to escape, and that's going to be lots of snipping. So I did plant a grenade on a dead body, and I whistled to lure someone over to where the grenade body was and blew them up.
Just like the movies.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun.
Nice.
But, yeah. Sniper Elite 5.
Nice.
It's big. It's 85 gigs, which seems like a lot.
Yeah.
For a Sniper Elite 5.
That's AAA size.
Yeah, it's a AAA size game.
Is it good looking?
It is. It's good looking. It's not great looking.
Okay.
But it does have your, the X-ray cam.
It is great.
Fairborn.
Yes. What?
Carl Fairborn.
That's his name?
That is Fairborn, yeah.
With a K or a C?
I knew it was something with an F.
K. Carl with a K.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm still playing Trek to Yomi.
Okay. Also on Game Pass.
Also on Game Pass, and also like that game is very good looking. Even though it's not a AAA game, they use the tricks, the filter grain and black and white, and good artwork. I guess that's not a trick, and good art design, not a trick, but those things combine to make it look like a AAA game. Even though it's the gameplay is pretty simple sword fighting, but definitely check that out. It's really good. And Mrs. Chibi very impressed with the Japanese, everything Japanese about it. She said is really great, except for the street signs in the beginning, the store signs rather. What do we got here for Sony?
This was another one from the website cheapestgamer.com. From the show thread, from Kerfuin Way.
We still don't know how to say his name after like almost 20 years.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
Why is 3 tiers a problem for Sony but not for Microsoft? I've used each tier of Microsoft service at different times, depending upon what the best value was for me at the moment. It's good to have choices. And he says there's Xbox Live Gold, and there's Game Pass, and then there's Game Pass Ultimate, which are 3 different services. Well, that's just it though. He says there are 3 tiers of a service. And I'm like, my argument was, well, Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass are 2 different services, as opposed to the Sony tiers, which are 3 tiers that are all kind of the same.
But they include different games, right? Isn't that the difference?
Yeah,
basically?
That's the difference.
It's really easy to explain. I mean, I've explained the 3 tiers of Xbox Live service to like friends and family members. But to say like, oh, you're going to get different games, I guess it's not that difficult to say you're going to get a certain amount of games with this one. You get more games with the middle tier, and you'll get the most games with the most expensive tier. Is that how what Sony's doing, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, tell me which one has the PSP games.
None of them.
Is that right?
I don't know. We don't know.
Which one has the Vita games?
Probably the most expensive one, I'm thinking.
Which one has the PS3 games?
Those are artisanal.
Oh, I know that Xbox Live Gold is just for online, just to play games online. Xbox Game Pass doesn't have Xbox Live.
It's just a game library like Netflix. That's how I explain it.
And if you want both, then you get Game Pass Ultimate, because that's both, and that also includes EA Play.
Well, it also spans platforms as well.
Yeah.
That one gives you PC as well.
Yeah. So it's really 3 distinct services. One is online play, one is a Netflix style gaming setup, and Ultimate is the 2 things in one. That would be how do you explain it to just someone on the street, I guess, easily. And yes, I know more to Ultimate than that. So that's different than the 3 PlayStation tiers, which is one is online play. The second one is
online play with some games.
With some games. The least amount.
And then there's another one which is online play with some more games. And then there's another one which is online play with some more games.
Yes.
Yeah. It's they're just different. That's why we can complain about it. It's not apples to apples. It is an apples to oranges comparison, and I've spoken my piece on that. Speaking of what people are playing, though, this all goes back to that same chart from the beginning. Another thing, because Sony had their shareholder call, I guess, right before the show, and they posted this chart that a significant share of PS4 spend in 2021 was on free-to-play games, 25%.
Oh, they list the games right on the bottom here.
Yeah. Wow.
Key titles, but they're not really showing you the breakdown of.
But they did separate one out as its own little box.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Fortnite, and then Genshin Impact, Warzone, Apex, and Rocket League make up approximately 25% of the spend on the PlayStation.
Yes, I see that. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, sure. Not surprising. I mean, look at those. Those are Those are all big games. I'm sure all those games are in the top 20 games of most.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And it's like why are there not as many AAA games? And it's like, well, does there? And then there's the other question: does there need to be?
It's because these are AAA games. They're just free to play, for the most part.
I don't disagree with that either. I mean, I think Genshin Impact is kind of weird, but my daughter loves it. So.
Yeah, but it's like you could see yourself. If your daughter said, "Hey, I want this game at $60," you would be like, "All right."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not surprising. Yeah, it's where it seems like that's where the money is. I'm surprised there's not more. It seems like there's been like not many new free to play games that have come out recently that have maybe haven't caught on or what.
Yeah, I think it's harder.
Free to play games. They just haven't.
They've bombed out.
Hit lately, I don't think.
I don't think it's easy to make the next Fortnite, because if you could just plop out the next Fortnite, everyone would be doing that.
But not even that. Like, it's not even. I guess it's not even easy to make the next like sort of battle royale, because Ubisoft had what was that, Hype Zone?
Yeah.
And there was another one that
Didn't they try two? I think there was two of them.
But still, they're just still trying with one. I think. What was the one that just came out?
I forget.
Or it's coming out, or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not that easy to make a good one of those, to make a good battle royale. Although I think Warzone, I mean, and Apex, but and it's also the question of, if you're already in deep with one of these, are you going to be in deep with two? I don't know many people that complete their Apex Legends Battle Pass and complete a Fortnite Battle Pass. Usually it's a one or the other situation, because they are time consuming. It's not that they're not fun, but they are time consuming. And if you invest in one, most likely you're not going to invest in the other. And to try to like,
Shipwreck's putting on the glasses. Shipwreck's putting on the boring glasses. It's not even Fortnite. We're not even talking about Fortnite.
I heard a lot of Fortnite there.
No,
I'm just talking about industry and
that wasn't Fortnite.
If some people get the Rocket League pass and some people get the Apex
pass. You're not going to be. You can't be as good at two games as you can in one. You got to focus your efforts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's move on. I missed this last week, and I got in big trouble. No, I'm just kidding. Whipsmart's Spank Bank. All the people wrote in. They said, where are these pervy games? So the latest pervy game is called 7 Pirates H. Who comes up with these names? It's fun combat mechanics, naughty monsters that look like scrotums. Why do you want to play a game with the monsters looking like scrotums? That's not right. And nipples.
There is a scrotum looking like monster in this house already. I just need a mirror.
Oh. It has hilarious, well-written dialogue. Wombat, did you write the dialogue for Space 7 Pirates H?
I did.
Okay, the best part, booby training. Instead of spending points to level up your character, you earn massage oils or training extracts, and you use these to play a mini game where you either use a touchscreen or the controller to manipulate boobies. Different motions increase or decrease the boobie size, height, cleavage, perkiness, wideness, firmness. They all correspond to attack, agility, way the boobies fight. He says this is pick of the year so far for Switch Ludes. All the right elements. Fun game, lewdness, comedy, production value. Thumb cranked way up. 7 Pirates H. There it is. See, like, where are the AAA games? 7 Pirates H. All right, what else we got? I think that's it.
Curious, is he going to review? I saw East Asia Soft. They've got one out. Are they coming out? Freezer Pops.
What does that do? You put girls in a freezer and then you undress them?
This is all male characters.
Oh, interesting.
So they're providing other avenues here.
Do you think there's a market for that? They must. They may be on
review
something.
Codes are now available.
What's it called?
Freezer Pops.
Freezer Pops. Banky, you got to get on Freezer Pops. You're going to have to look at some penis. You got to take one for the team. Take a few, maybe. We have to manipulate some penises.
It looks like it's aimed at dudes as well.
Sure. Everybody loves penis.
It's not a heterosexual like going for the ladies.
Sure. No. Penises
no, I was just
everybody.
curious because I saw it and I didn't know if it was going the opposite direction with what the boobies games are going for.
I think you want to include everybody.
The female audience, but this is more for the male audience again.
Oh, more for it is. Oh. Well, what happened to your glasses?
Oh, I was taking them off. It's sort of like when Shipwreck puts those glasses on. Oh. This is my version of that.
This is how he creates his dead eyes.
Oh. It was effective, actually. All right, well, we're at the end of the show, Wombat, so it's like you taking your glasses off is just ending the show.
That sounds like a plan.
It does sound like a plan. All right, let's remind everybody this is the last time to donate to our charity. It's CAG.VG/CTF.
Bread's done.